All right, guys, welcome to another Jujutsu Kaisen Phantom Parade video. Before we hop into today's video, I just want to take the time to thank everyone for the support I received on my first video. I didn't expect that at all. I just kind of recorded that video just to test the waters, and I had a lot of positive feedback. So I just want to thank everyone who liked, who commented, who watched, who subscribed. It really, truly means the world to me. And yeah, thank you guys so much. And with that, we'll get into the video. Today, we're checking out the Awakening Satoru Gojo. He's a green limited unit. He's an attacking Jujutsu unit. The short answer of this video is if you're on JP, you should be throwing every cube you got into this guy. And if you're on the global version, you should be saving every cube you got for this guy. If you haven't already summoned for... if you're planning on summoning for Sukuna, I think that's still a great bet. I think you can't go wrong with that. But I think after you summon for Sukuna, every single cube should be going into saving for this guy. I'm being so serious right now. This guy is going to be, he's not on the tier list on the wiki yet, but I'm guaranteeing he's going to be top of the tier list for attacking. He's a very versatile unit. Well, let's just, maybe it'll be better just to show you guys. All right. So his whole kit is centered around this one move right here, his awakening move. Now, when you use this awakening move, before I even get into anything else right here, I need you guys to understand that with his awakening move, you use this one time and it increases your ult gauge charge rate by 25%, grants immunity to self for 3 turns, following you hitting the awakening, and you change into the honored mode status. And that's what this whole kit is kind of built around, is that you go in and out of this honored mode. Ideally, we want to stay in the honored mode. The honored one mode is changes all these skills right here, and you'll see how it is. Once you use this honored mode, this move right here, Convergence of Strike, it goes from a melee combined damage of 210% taijutsu and 170% jujutsu into Curse Technique Lapse Blue, has no energy cost, deals 420% ranged jujutsu enemy for 4 hits to all enemies, as well as lowering their damage by 30% for 3 turns. All right? So you see what I'm getting at. You get into a fight and you just pop this instantly, and you're just doing tons of damage. You're wiping out fields of enemies with his Curse Technique Lapse Blue. And then with this one, his Curse Technique Reversal Red, this is kind of... the way I see it is this is when you're fighting up against a boss, maybe, like one of those formidable foes. Because what he does, instead of the 650% range jujutsu count to one enemy, you do 750%, which is already, that's a good buff, but he has a high chance to crit instead. Both of them increase the core of cursed energy, which we'll get into that in a moment. But so there's no winning, or no, sorry, there's no losing with popping this first thing and just start hitting them with whatever you got. If you got a lot of enemies, hit them with the Curse Technique Lapse Blue. If you got one strong enemy, hit them with the Curse Technique Reversal Red. But there's more. There is even more to this technique, because once you use the awakening skill one time, it transforms into Realm of the Strongest. And when it's in the Realm of the Strongest, it increases your own damage dealt by 60% for 3 turns and grants counter status for 3 turns at one time. So, dog, you're buffing yourself and you're giving a counter, and you're increasing your ultimate gauge charge rate by 25% for 3 turns. Dog, like, are you serious? This is an actual unit. I haven't even gotten to his ultimate. So let's just take a time and bring up the counter status, all right? So we'll scroll down here. This is all of his auto skills. They're limitless. He gets immunity for 3 turns from start of battle. If honored one mode is activated at the start of turn, grants attack immunity. Self, 1 turn, can't be stacked when own HP is 50% or below, which that's awesome. It can be activated twice. So that's great. But right here, here's the counter. Here's his counter. He does a Curse Technique Reversal Red. You know, when you pop the curse technique reversal red on Toji in the anime, that's exactly what this is. When targeted by an enemy's single target melee attack, deal 520% range jujutsu damage to the countered enemy, and the crit chance is large. Increases his own core of cursed energy count by 1. So you notice something. Every single time he's doing a curse technique red, he's increasing this core of his cursed energy count by 1. This is also increasing his jujutsu stat by 30% for 3 turns. Wow. So this jujutsu stat that's already 12,000 is getting increased by 30%. Jesus Christ. Okay. All right, let's just keep going. Let's keep looking at what this guy's cooking. When honored mode is deactivated, room's counter says. Yeah, that makes sense. But so anytime he uses his curse technique reversal red, whether it's a counter or the moves, he applies himself a counter. And if core of curse technique energy is applied to self at the start of turn, increases own Jujutsu Awakening stat by 30%. What? Hold on a second. Hold on. So if you get, let's say you use Awakening and, you do the Realm of the Strongest again, you gave yourself a counter. That's great. So let's say someone attacks you. You get a boost to your Jujutsu stat by 30% with the counter, but because you also gain a core of cursed energy, you're also gaining yet another Jujutsu stat buff 30%. So turn 1, each count increases an additional Jujutsu stat by 25% up to 200%. Dog. What's 200% of this? 210%. I should have just did the math in my head. That's just literally just double that. But, oops. So, he's doubling his Jujutsu stat. All right? That's absolutely absurd. That's absolutely absurd. At the start of battle, grants revival status. Oh, and he's got a revival. Do you know that? He has a revival. He has counter and he has revival. Wow. Okay. At the start of battle, he grants revival status, awakening to self one time, can be activated when honored one mode is not activated. When reviving with revival status, increases own core cursed energy count by 3. So, and each time you're getting one of these counter, it increases your jujutsu stat by 30%. Or wait, no. Is that right? No, it's 35%, right? So you're getting, let's say you die with him, he gets 100% boost to his, what is that, 115? Yeah, 115, or no, that's 105% boost to his jujutsu stats just from dying and reviving. If own HP is below 25% while honored mode is activated, evades incoming attack, a chance 20%. Jesus Christ. If this hasn't convinced you guys to summon for this guy, his versatility, he's got a revival, he's got a counter, he's got AoE, he has it all. He really has it all. There's no reason to not want this guy. But then we've got his Hollow Purple. We haven't even talked about his Hollow Purple yet. We have all of this stacking up for him so far, and we haven't even brushed on his ult. All right, so you remember how I told you that you're just boosting the shit out of your jujutsu stat every time, whether you're dying, whether you're using curse technique reversal reds, you're boosting your jujutsu stat. And guess what? 1,800% jujutsu damage to the selected enemy increases own ultimate gauge charge rate by 16%. For 4 turns, the more remaining turns of Honor 1 mode, the greater effect / increases up to 50% for 5 remaining turns. He nukes every single so in an ideal scenario, if you're just clearing house, you're gonna pop this, and you're gonna, if say there's a lot of enemies, you're just getting rid of them. You're just getting rid of them with this. But if you're fighting some hard enemy, some formidable battle, maybe you're in tower, you're popping this, You're popping Awakening. You're hitting this again so you could get the Realm of the Strongest. Turn this into the Realm of the Strongest and get your damage increase, counter, ultimate gauge charge rate, as well as any single time that you want to, you just pop in these reds, get some high chances of crit, and what is it? Every single time that you do a Curse Technique Reversal red at all, you're getting a boost. You're getting these you're getting these, where is it? Core of Cursed Technique, Core of Cursed Energy counts every single time you're doing any red. And that Core of Cursed Technique is just boosting the shit out of your Jujutsu stat. One turn, each count increases an additional Jujutsu stat by 25% up to 210. So, and then you just nuke. When you get that ultimate, you just nuke them. You just nuke them, and if there's anything that lives with this attack, I'm surprised. I get it, Tower has some absurd, absolutely absurd enemies with high attack or HP stats, but this guy is doing massive damage to them. Dude. Yeah, this guy stays in forever, by the way, not like other Gojos. That's another benefit to this guy. This guy is nuking the board with his blues, and if there's hard enemies, he's nuking them with his reds and his purples. There's no reason why you shouldn't summon for this guy. I would say he's a must summon. So, as a matter of fact, I even brought up this video of when he was introduced, and just to take a look at him. So you can see here, let's just full screen this real quick. You can see here he's got a he lowers their damage with his Convergence's strike, but honestly, that's bum shit. We don't need that right now. What we want to see is this character use his Awakening, but we'll watch this real quick. I have the audio off because I don't really want to get copyrighted, and you can see, and we haven't even touched on Green Ghetto's team with him. The synergy with any of these units is going to be massive. They're going to be just such a great team. Green might be the best team in the game just because of these three right here. I'm so serious. Because even though Gojo has a revive, Shoko is also on the sidelines. We haven't even touched on Shoko and her abilities, but she's just about as busted as Gojo, I'd say, in terms of just what she does. She's boosting the shit out of their health, everyone's health. You see this? Right here, this technique they're using, it's boosting them. I don't know what yet. We haven't even looked at Shoko's team, but we'll just check this out. Let's let this play out. So he's using his Awakening, and he's now in his Honored Ones mode, if that's right. He's guarding. He's got his Limitless up. Is that right? No, there must have been something there because he used his ultimate, or not his ultimate, his skill 3, and nothing changed. So we'll see what, maybe I must misunderstand something, but he's using his red. That's awesome. He got a count. Okay, so now he's got the Awakening, his Honored One. I wonder what this is. So now he uses the Honored One. Okay, that makes sense. His ultimate gauge reset. So you can't use the Hollow Purple until you use that skill 3. And now once that ultimate gauge fills up, you become Honored One. That makes sense. He's got his little levitate and everything. So now he's in Honored One status. Oh, okay, that makes sense. He gave himself his boost. He gave himself, you see the little Core of Cursed Energy counters, if it'll pop back up right here. There it is. He's got 2 Core of Cursed Energy counters. And he just did his counter right there. Very nice. He's going to do the Cursed Technique Lapse Blue and just wipe the field. Yeah. They're not standing a chance. I know this probably isn't difficult content, but All right, and we're probably going to see, yeah, we're going to watch the Hollow Purple. He's got up his ultimate gauge a second time. Yep. 328,000. Yeah, I wonder what they're how maxed out this guy is on their account, but whatever. So he looks very good, but all right, I want to double check on this. Okay, so that makes sense. That's what this is right here. So what you're doing basically is your ultimate. You're just using these techniques. Okay, that makes sense. You're using these techniques and you're building up your ultimate gauge, and you want to use your ultimate gauge when this fills up as soon as possible. Get into that Honored One mode as soon as possible and just start raising the shit out of your what are they called? Your curse technique reversal, getting these core of cursed energies and boosting your jujutsu stat until you can just finally nuke with the Hollow Purple. So he takes a little bit of setup. He takes a little bit of, I don't want to say skill. He takes a little bit. But once you get him to this stage where he's in the Honored One mode, I think he's going to be a very good unit, a very worthwhile investment. And Global, if you're listening right now, sure, summon for Sukuna when he comes out. What is it? I think about less than a week now. Summon for him. But your very next priority absolutely should be this guy. He's going to be the one that you're going to want to start saving for. All right. That's about all I got. Thank you guys so much for watching. And once again, thank you guys for the support I've had on that last video. I've never done anything like this. So if you guys like this kind of content, I appreciate the comments. I appreciate the likes, the subs. Thank you guys. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.